Hello, hello, and welcome back to Something to Noodle On. I'm your host, Mac.
And I'm Hannah. We are average 30-somethings exploring the complex questions that keep us awake at night.
And you want to know what else keeps me up every night?
What?
The fact that y'all are thumbsing up and starring and doing all the things, because it's helping us.
It's amazing.
It is. It's amazing.
It really is.
I didn't, when the internet people said that works, I didn't really believe them, but it does, and it keeps me up because I'm happy. So keep doing that because it actually helps. So thank you.
Yeah, it really does. Okay, so lately we've been pondering and thinking about the resurgence of grandma hobbies.
What?
Yeah. Younger generations are getting back into the hobbies that require a more hands-on approach. But where did this sudden spark to quilt or bake sourdough bread come from?
I don't know, but let's talk about it today on Something to Noodle On.
Jingle. I started jiggling jingles in my brain and dancing in my chair, just so you know.
You know, I actually love that. All right. This is super interesting, and I'm excited to dive into this today because I love that I'm getting fed all these articles, but I've been seeing more and more Gen Z and millennials getting into grandma hobbies. You know, the same things that you see grandma excited about. We're talking about gardening, sewing, even puzzling. Basically, getting back to working with our hands. This trend is more than just starting new hobbies and getting creative. It's about unplugging and regrounding, allowing the younger generations to set their phones down while they complete a task and take time to unplug rather than record every step of the way.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's pull up our own rocking chairs then and do what Gen Z is doing, grabbing grandma's knitting needles and putting down our phones.
For a second, I was like, stealing her needles? What?
No. No, we're just stealing the chairs. That's all that we're doing. Yeah. Grandma, I need this. Okay, maybe not her chair, but definitely getting comfortable with doing the old school hobbies. Hobbies that are changing into the more hands-on, tangible activities instead of the doom scrolling that we are used to. A psychology professor at James Madison University said having tangible hobbies provides a sense of accomplishment and can boost our happiness levels. Maybe that's why more Gen Z are turning to baking, quilting, gardening, crocheting, crosswords, etc., you know.
Yeah, like the grandma things.
Yeah, exactly.
Grandma things. Just grandma things.
Just grandma things. Although I still do those things.
So you've always been a grandma.
I've always been a grandma, I guess.
You were born a Gertie. I just know it.
Yeah.
Little Gertrude over here.
Gertrude.
Okay, so what grandma things are you into, and what have you kind of seen resurface?
So, as we know, I teach painting class, right, as my job. I've seen a lot more upswing in people coming in and signing up for classes.
Yeah.
Like taking the time to paint. We also offer hand knitting classes for those big, giant, like blankets that go on your lap.
Oh my gosh.
So I've seen a big upsurge in that as well. Like the hands-on, we're going to knit this blanket with our hands and it's going to be fabulous.
I used to be a part of, this was a long time ago. Like, okay, this was when I was in my 20s. So like 25, 26, I would hang out with a bunch of grandmas. And I think it was like every Thursday night or something, we would all meet up in the evening time. The grannies would be bringing their wine and whatever they were drinking. We would get around a fire and all of us would crochet. Like, I'm not even.
I love that.
Yeah, I was like the youngin' hanging out with like, I kid you not, like 55 plus. Like,
I kind of love that so much.
Yeah, I kind of want to find another group like that. But yeah, I was doing that in my 20s. And so It's interesting to see Gen Z is kind of picking up those sewing needles. And like, I think you even said that your daughter started embroidering.
I did mention that. Yes, I did.
What?
So yeah, she's actually embroidering like stuffed animals. So like do the face with the embroidery and then she'll cut it out, sew it together and make her own little stuffed animal. Cute little thing.
My gosh. Yeah. And she's Gen Z, right? Or is she Alpha?
No, not Alpha. I would say Z.
Wow. So you're literally seeing it firsthand.
Yeah, I am.
And it's interesting too, because now we're seeing like them interested in plants and gardening, and they're like taking the time to bake.
Yeah, my son is that, and he's Alpha. So
your son is doing that?
He loves botany and he loves plants.
What?
And he wants to, yeah, like no joke. And he loves cooking and he loves baking and doing the hands-on stuff too.
Just slowing down.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Did you do any of that stuff? Like, did you teach them that? Or is this is their own accord? This is what they want to do.
So I also have I have a little she shed that I have with my stuff that I craft, and I have embroidery stuff out there. I have sewing stuff out there. I have cosplay making stuff out there. I have knitting stuff out there. The list is quite large, actually, Mac.
So you're a bit of a crafter here.
I am, yes. And so I think they just grew up watching me do that anyways. And then like I used to watch Iron Chef all the time.
Ooh, okay. I love them cooking shows though.
Right. And then I would also cook and do the baking and do the things in the kitchen. And so they just watched me do the things, the grandma things.
When I'm thinking back to when I was a kid, I remember crocheting. Like, I think I started crocheting in like 4th or 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, is this just like a pattern that kids just turn into, right? They just want to get back to the basics, or is it deeper than that?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about the psychology of it, because, you know, I love me some psychology over here.
Facts.
So why is this resurgence happening? And what is so interesting about going back to these hands-on hobbies? Well, according to the research shared by the American Psychology Association, rhythmic and structured activities can activate the body's relaxing response. Okay, so that's interesting right there. It's also lowering your heart rate and easing tension.
Oh.
All important things for like anxiety, right? Mm-hmm. And then by slowing down and working with our hands, we're actually creating space for reflection, calm, connection, all those woo-woo things that we love, which is just essential for mental wellness in a busy world, you know?
Right, yeah. And like the connection between like you and others while you work on stuff.
Yeah, you're like doing, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think it allows us to feel like time is slowing down and allows our brains to relax from all the input. I also think that it's reteaching our brains that patience again.
Oh, yeah.
And expanding our attention to more than the 30 seconds of content we're used to, right?
You know, and it's crazy too, because when I started getting fed all of these articles about kids taking on hobbies, I think the first thing I thought was they have the attention span for this. Like that they can sit
through this.
They can sit through this and like actually crochet and actually do something.
Yeah. Social media and stuff is when you're posting to that stuff too is kind of a thing, but
it takes a toll.
It takes a toll, you know, and so being able to sit with your project, work through your project, and then look at the tangible thing that you just created is rather awesome, you know?
Yeah, I think when you get to see like the finished product, you're getting some dopamine release. Like that's a big thing with ADHD is completing tasks gives you dopamine. That's why like they say write down a list, and then like the action of crossing something off your list gives you dopamine to want to do the next thing.
Feels so good.
And that's why like people with ADHD stuff are like really physical, because like the physical act of crossing something off versus like a digital list on your phone. It's not the same effect.
Yeah, I think that's why I like writing stuff down.
Same. I love writing stuff down. Yeah, it is interesting. Well, here's another interesting little tidbit. So a study polled 1,000 American adults in 4 age groups, right? So we got the boomers, we got Gen X, we got millennials, and we have Gen Z.
Okay.
And they found this is mind-blowing. And I fall into this category too, but 55% of people no longer post status updates.
Ooh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that major notion here is 60% of Gen Z polled said that social media feels more like work than it is fun.
You know, I agree with that. And I definitely have stopped doing the posting stuff, like as far as like, look what I'm doing. Do you remember that, Mac? Do you remember?
Yes. I do remember that. And we're going to get into more of that, like
of that later,
of that social media stuff in our next little topic. But I agree that social media really does feel like work, but we were around when it was fun. Like I remember it being so addicting and so fun.
Yeah. Well, and now I'll still post to Instagram and stuff, but it's like a photo dump, you know, of things
like
that I've done, like a bunch of stuff. And yes, I still post food pictures to there too, but it's mostly like what I've been up to lately, you know, and then it's and then I'm silent for a very long time.
That's me. Yeah. I remember when I was posting like daily on Instagram and all the time and like those food pics and like our generation really remembers like using the filters and being like really stylizing all of those photos, you know, and that was kind of fun in itself. Yeah. And then it was fun to like get the likes and Facebook doesn't do this anymore, but they used to when Facebook first started. And I think MySpace, they probably got it from MySpace. And then when MySpace died, it kind of trickled away. And we'll get more into those platforms later. But they used to have like a messaging board and people could just like post and comment on your post. And it was fun to watch that, you know?
That was like the early day Reddit, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And now the thought of posting something, I'm like, I can't. Like, I haven't really been on Twitter or X. Like, I refuse to call it X, but I haven't really been. Yeah, it's Twitter. Fuck Elon. Like, I'm sorry. He's an alien, whatever. But I can't do it. I can't. I don't want to.
Yeah. I've avoided Twitter for a very long time. And I've also avoided the Book of Faces is what I call it now.
The book of many faces.
The Book of Many Faces. Because I don't know. It's just, it's not the same. And that's okay.
No, it's not. It's changed.
It's changed, but I'm okay to leave it where it's at and not get back into it. You know what I mean?
Same. It's easy to scroll endlessly and get that dopamine dump, but it wasn't always like that. This may come as no surprise here, but social media has been around the block. We're talking like 30 years around the block, right? When you think about it, it's no wonder people want to step away from their screens. We're all so tired of looking at curated lives and perfect vacations. I hate to break it to you, but real life just isn't like that. But to talk about how we feel about social media now, we have to take it back to the beginning.
Yes, back in our day.
Oh my gosh. Now we really are grandmas, I swear. All right, but social media didn't really officially kind of get its start until 1997 with the platform 6degrees.com. I never had one of those, didn't know that was even a thing until we started researching it. But before then, people had messaging boards and classmates.com, which also didn't use. But at its core, with all of those different types of platforms, people just want to connect with like-minded individuals. So when the age of the internet rose, so did those social media networks.
Right. And then later we saw platforms like MySpace and Facebook rise. And then like they walked so that TikTok and YouTube could run. Right.
Yes.
So now there are so many platforms, all with their own culture and content styles, right? So it's... Yeah, so TikTok is definitely more short form, and then YouTube adopted that.
It's been around for a while. Yeah, like YouTube has been around since like I was in middle school, but it's flourishing. Like what it was then and what it is now,
completely different.
Totally different things. Yeah, it adopted the shorts from TikTok. Instagram has reels because TikTok, TikTok really changed the landscape of social media.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I definitely do the Instagram reels. Like when I photo dump, I add music, I add words, and like I get all editiness with that too.
Ooh, look at you.
It's fun. Artsy fartsy.
Did you hear what you just said? You said it's fun. And I love that, right? Like it's fun when you find that like a little allowance that you're like, I can do this much and I like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because otherwise I think if I was to just sit there on it all the time, that's the doom scroll, right?
I doom scroll. I do.
I do too, but it's okay.
I notice that when I'm doom scrolling, like my mood is down, right? Because you're getting that dopamine after dopamine after dopamine, and then you are like, I can't do this anymore. And then you go back to your thing and you're like, this is boring,
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, and do you remember like on Twitter when it first came out and stuff too, of how people would literally post, I'm getting into the car.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm starting the car.
I made fun of people that did that. So Twitter came out when I was in high school, and I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I am never going to get a Twitter. I hate this. And then when I got in college, I got a Twitter and I was obsessed. But no, like it was, I remember that when people would like post like food pics and they're like, this is what I'm eating. And like, I remember Instagram before, like this is before Reels, before any video, it was just photos. And most of it was photos of what people were eating.
I still do that.
That's a millennial thing.
I know.
You're like, I'm owning it.
I'm going to own this because, listen, I started the grandma fad. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Well, do you remember your first social media platform?
It was MySpace. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, technically it was AOL Instant Messenger.
Does that count? I don't know. Maybe.
It was still social and people got on there to talk, but there were some not good things on that one, I will say.
My first social media platform was Xanga, which was a blog platform. And like, what did I have to blog about? I was in middle school. Like, my life is fine, just like growing up, middle class American. Like,
yeah,
I'm riding my bike. Like, life sucks. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I blogged about, but then, MySpace came on to the scene and that really taught us to code. And I thought MySpace was really fun.
I enjoyed MySpace. My account is somewhere out in the World Wide Web, and I
think Justin Timberlake deleted everybody's accounts.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, JT.
So when Facebook started getting really popular and then was like basically copying what MySpace was doing and then doing it better, is like I'll give what's his face that, right? He copied and then did it better. But Justin Timberlake bought MySpace like way back when, and then turned it into like a music platform or something. And all of our profiles, I don't think, are on there anymore. Like, I think he wiped, like if you didn't re-log in and keep claiming your shit, I think he deleted it.
Well, I definitely didn't know that part of that, because I definitely just phased MySpace out of my life pretty quickly. Actually,
so. I forgot it like it was yesterday. Like it was just like, bye, tomorrow I'm on Facebook. Yesterday was MySpace.
yeah, it was definitely, and then Facebook became like the I'm doing this today.
Oh my God. So actually, this is another thing that Facebook stole and then did it better. But there was a platform called Time Hop that you would connect to your social media accounts, and then it would show you past posts from years ago. And then Facebook, and now Facebook does that just natively because they rip and twist as they do to stay relevant. And so they have the like remember when, or I forgot what Facebook calls it, but
memories.
Memories. You can click it, and then it shows you all the dumb posts that you had said throughout your entire Facebook career.
Yeah, I think honestly, that is literally the only reason why I get on Facebook these days is to see what I did back in the day or like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And I'm like, oh my word.
I went through a pretty big quoting Bo Rat phase. I'm going to say it's kind of cringe. I will admit it's pretty cringe. So if there's something that's like crazy cringe, I'll delete it. I'm like, I'm embarrassed of this one. So we're deleting this.
Mine was a lot of like, look what my kids are doing. Look what we're traveling to.
You're posting about your life, right? And so with the rise of these platforms like YouTube, it made way for vloggers, and then Instagram influencers came on the scene and they're selling you a lifestyle. So you're posting pics about your lifestyle, and then now people are making a career out of it, right? Like they're giving you the perfect home decor pictures and those like curated food pics and those seemingly like extravagant vacations, right? Mm-hmm. And then people just began living through the lens of these people and then feeling bad about their current lives. Like, and I think that's that pivot that we started seeing of people kind of being not against social media, but like there was a mindset shift of like, okay, this isn't fun anymore, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, because then it's like, because then you would also find pictures of what that place actually looks like during this time. And then you realize that they edited out a lot of like what was going on around them, you know? So it really wasn't like pristine, perfect, beautiful, just them in that moment.
No.
It's edited information that was giving our brains the like, oh, wow, look at them having a wonderful time.
In
alone,
Iceland.
Adventuring.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not real.
No, not. Yeah, a lot of edited stuff started coming on. And it just gave this illusion of this like unobtainable life. Like I could never have that. Like, and then you start comparing yourself, right? You start comparing like, did I fail? Like I don't have the nice car. I don't have a house out of a magazine, you know, and you start kind of feeling bad about yourself. And I think that's the switch that we didn't have growing up with like Facebook and MySpace, because we weren't comparing ourselves. We were literally using it to talk to people. And then when Instagram kind of came out and now we're just seeing other people's lives and not our own little bubbles lives, because on Facebook and MySpace, you didn't see what you didn't friend. If you weren't friends with somebody, you didn't get fed an algorithm. It wasn't like that. And so now with Instagram and being able to see other people's lives, I don't know. I think that's when it kind of shifted for me a little bit.
Yeah, well, and that's the same with Facebook too. Like the algorithms and stuff, you just get fed all of this info. Same with Twitter and like all of them. You just get fed all this
what they think you want
stuff what they think you want to see, instead of just your friends and just the people that you're close with and things like that. You know what I mean? It's like
it feels like an ad.
Then you get the what's real and what's not. You know,
for sure. Well, and like, oh God, I hate going on TikTok now. I used to really like TikTok, especially during the pandemic. It was really, really fun. But then on like the resurgence of the TikTok shop, now every other video is someone selling you something and you're like, oh my gosh, that outfit's so cute. And they're like, haha, link in bio. And I'm just like, God, I can't. Like, is this even cute? Like, I don't know. Like, you almost can't think for yourself anymore because you're being fed what's cute and what the trends are. Yeah. It's interesting.
Well, I mean, like, because we've been just staring at our screens for so long, looking at short form videos of people's routines and fake lifestyles, and we are just tired of it at this point, right? So like we just want more authenticity and truth to the life that's being shared, you know, like tell me about your bad day.
100%.
Maybe I can relate, you know?
Yeah. People want relatable content. They want to know that there's a human behind that perfect like smile and makeup and veneers. Like everyone's going through anxiety. Everyone has some sort of depression, you know, and like tell us about your struggles. Like we want to hear about it.
Yeah. We've been putting people on pedestals for so long, you know, it's just not good for our mental.
No. Well, and I think that's like kind of the rise of a couple of years. I mean, now it's way more than a couple of years ago, but let's say 10 years ago. Oh gosh, I don't even think it's been that long. I hope it hasn't been that long. That's crazy. But like the rise of like content like Emma Chamberlain, she was a breath of fresh air because she was so real and so honest. And she's like, I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
And we've kind of watched her change into one of those perfect people from her beginning videos to now. And granted, she's still very real, but it's like curated real, you know?
Yeah. I find myself being drawn because my daughter and my son actually kind of got me drawn to her a little bit, but Call Me Chris.
Oh, I love her. I started watching her during the pandemic. I really like her. Her like little shorts are so fun.
Yeah. Oh my God. They're so fun. They're so fun. And it's just that to me though is like silly content that I love to see.
Yeah.
Because it's not like this is what my life is. This is what I'm doing. It's a skit. It's a goofy. Reminds me of the original like SNL skits and stuff back in the day too.
And like OG YouTube. Like OG YouTube was all skits.
Yes. I loved that.
Yeah. Oh man, some of my favorite YouTubers are like just like skit based, and that kind of content's not really popular anymore, but I loved it. And another one, so this is the only person that I like religiously follow anymore. I used to be like a Jenna Marbles girly. I fucking loved her because she was real, you know? But now I don't watch any of her like extra content, but I love Ariel Kitsia. She is an OnlyFans girly, and I don't watch her OnlyFans stuff, but I am obsessed with her like Instagram and TikTok content because she's really real. And she's like people are like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. And then she'll post a photo. She's like, I'm pretty because of all this plastic surgery. Like,
yeah,
she is very real about how LA basically ruined her body image, and she just has like real perspectives about like the female body and the male like perspective on it, and she's just like, fuck you guys, you know. And
yeah,
I love her for not being afraid to be herself, and I think that's why she thrives and is one of like the top OnlyFans creators, you know.
Yeah,
because she's vulnerable and real.
Yeah.
All right. Well, getting back to like the hobbies. So that was basically that rundown of social media, right? That was essentially like where we started, and then how it was fun, and then how we got to the mentality that we have about it today, right?
Right.
But here's a thought. With the rise of all these grandma hobbies, do we think that they're actually here to stay? Or do you think it's just another piece of content, right? Because to be fair, we are seeing people post about making stuff. That's how we know that it's becoming popular, because we're seeing it, right?
Right. Well, and I think what's important to take note in is that it's after the thing has been done, though.
You're not seeing the like whole process.
Right. You're seeing that this is what I did. So they are still taking that time to step away. So it's that finished product, right?
Okay. I guess that kind of puts it into perspective if they're not just using the hobby as another, I guess, stepping stool for their platform, right?
Right.
Okay. I can get into that.
All right. So social media is obviously here to stay, but that doesn't mean we have to participate. More and more people are taking that step back from online activities. Online has become less about connecting with our friends, which was the original intent and the reason these platforms boomed, and has become more about influencers selling you something. We're done. Yeah. Our brains are so fatigued, and now we are seeing what life looks like away from the screens, right? With the grandma hobbies, the jumping back into the just doing it with your hands and all the things, right? So
yeah, I wonder if anyone, like, because I'm one of these people, you find a hobby because of social media and then it kind of gets you offline. Like the beading bracelets that I started doing.
Yeah.
Y'all, that was a Pinterest post. I was like, I saw it and I was like, I could do that. I want to do that. And then I started doing it, you know. It could be that people are finding some of that stuff online and then they're like, all right, I'm done. I don't need any more. And then
they do the thing.
Kind of diving headfirst into the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what my daughter, I guess, does now is like, oh my gosh, look at all these awesome things that people are doing with embroidery. And then she comes up with her own idea of what she wants to do. And then she'll jump right in. You know what I mean?
And then probably watch a video on how to do the technique or something.
Yeah, like informational help more than just like content help, which I also think is really good, I guess, for the social media too, is like the informational stuff that's out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just to get people interested in doing those hobbies and how to do those hobbies, you know?
Yeah. My partner's daughter actually likes to like bead bracelets and she'll watch tutorials on YouTube to make like friendship bracelets and stuff.
Cute.
Yeah. So I thought that was like another fun way to, I guess, utilize YouTube because like, again, when we were younger, it was skits. Like we didn't have those like how-to videos. Like our generation really started making those how-to videos. We didn't have that. We had to figure it out ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
Or go to the library and get like embroidery for dummies, you know?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I bet that book exists.
It probably does.
Yeah.
Probably does.
Well, speaking of books, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've certainly seen an emergence of nerd culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, it's always kind of been there, but now it feels like it's popularized. Like, it's cool to be nerdy, right? More people are playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're seeing more board game cafes pop up. Heck, playing video games are cool now. Like, I'm sure you even remember when people who played video games, they were made fun of, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's almost weird if you don't play games. Like if you're like, oh, I don't play games. People are like, what?
What?
You don't? Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah. I agree with that. And like tabletop RPGs are definitely making that comeback for sure as well. Mm-hmm. And same with like it just goes back into the getting more hands-on, getting more in person, making those connections because we're just done with not connecting to people, you know? We're so overwhelmed with doing all of the things that we're like, nuh-uh. So, but yeah, D&D, big fan of that one.
I feel like that even maybe became more popularized because of mainstream culture too. Like Stranger Things was a huge hit on Netflix and probably I would love to see the statistics of Stranger Things airing and a boost in player handbook sales from Dungeons and Dragons, you know?
Yeah. And also Critical Role, they started out on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
As just like a tiny little thing. And now it's exploding. You know what I mean? So
sure. Yeah. They're exploding. And then fucking Brennan, I love him. He's so fun.
Yes,
but
so
like he started on other platforms too, you know? And so it's really giving people, I guess, their like moment to shine. And I love seeing like nerdy people thrive. It's fun.
Same. Well, and that callback to just sitting down with friends and playing a board game or using your imagination to do the things and slay the dragons and open up doors, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, here's a thought. It's kind of why I think all of this might have surged. This is a theory. It's my own little moment. Okay. So think about it like this. Okay. Is the shift because people need this grounding in their life? So like looking back at the last several years, right? So what happened in these big, 5-6 years, a crazy pandemic, right? Mm-hmm. It just threw the nation into like makeup mode with capitalism, like literally fucking us up the asshole, like straight up. Things are so expensive now, you know?
Yeah. Well, and not to mention the new devil lettuce that's breaking into the scene too.
You talking about weed?
No, the other lettuce.
The killer lettuce.
The killer lettuce. Yep.
Oh no, we must slay it. All right, but like not to get super political, right? Our nation has never been more divided than it is now. Like it's crazy. And with the pandemic, with our president that was president during the pandemic, now, the whole thing, right? So taking all of that life has thrown us into account these past couple of years, are people just done seeing a life that feels unobtainable and just getting right back to the basics? Like, they don't care anymore. They're just going to start crocheting and they're going to start gardening. And it just allows us to feel more grounded and connected without having to be online and see all the stuff on social media, right?
Yeah. No, I agree with that too. It's because it's like, it's so much is happening all the time.
All the time.
Like I said, all the time. We're just overwhelmed. And so like literally getting our hands dirty in the garden is so nice.
I love gardening. I fucking love it.
Yeah. And just working through things with people and having that connection again has been realizing humanity again is definitely something people are being drawn to. And it's really nice to see, actually. So
yeah, I think people just like don't want to see the negativity online and they want to connect with the people in their immediate life and talk to them and help them, you know, and
be in their space. Yeah.
Be in their space. Yes. We're just emotionally exhausted.
And just want to unwind for sure. Well, and I think that this is really interesting, like as far as conversation goes too, because as we talk about the shift in these hobbies, we also see like the shift in society, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so like AI is taking over a lot of tech jobs and that people thought that they were secure in. And now people are having to think outside the box to, you know, for their future and proof of their work and things like that. So
yeah. It'll be interesting to see like how society shifts. And I know, guys, like next week we're going to dive into this even deeper. So I don't want to go like too deep with it now because like I have tons of thoughts that I want to say on it, but that's going to be more for next week. But what do you think a future with like less social media even looks like?
Ooh, I would say, more calming, slower might be the word.
Ooh, slower. Yeah.
Mindfulness, maybe. Aware of your surroundings, maybe.
Oh, yeah, because everyone's like head down in their phone walking about.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, and maybe you look up at the mountains. Or
less car accidents. No.
Maybe. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. No, I jest. You're like, but maybe.
But maybe. Well, because it's like people are so glued to that phone, to that tiny computer. It's funny when I take pictures of people who have completed the paint class, right? I'm like, oh, you know, whose tiny computer am I using to take a photo of? And they laugh at that because it's like, and then they're like, you know, actually, yeah, it is literally a tiny computer you carry around in your back pocket that allows you access to everything.
Did you know that our phones have more power than the computer that sent Neil Armstrong to the moon?
Bruh.
Like more computing power in our fucking pockets than it took us to go to the moon.
Mind blowing.
Right? Like technology has just advanced so much. And like, don't get us wrong. Like
that's great.
Like we're not hating on society and social media. Like social media's done a lot of great things and honestly is the whole reason why I work for myself. You know, like I cannot hate what I helped create, you know?
Right.
I'm part of the problem in a way. However, I love seeing people getting back to like legitimate hobbies. Like it's actually really, really cool to see.
It's nice to see that balance come back because it is all about that, right? It's about that balance.
Yeah. And I think what keeps kind of bringing us back to these grandma hobbies is that notion that life wasn't meant to be consumed as fast as possible, right? It was meant to be experienced. And I think hobbies, that's what that is, right? They're creating something. They're watching a garden grow. They're baking. All of these things, like you said, they're forcing us to just slow down.
Yeah, and I agree too. It is really cool to see that younger generation and all these younger people that are like realizing this and taking action, you know? And after all, most of Gen Z and especially Gen Alpha has never known life without social media and scrolling.
That's true.
So their brains are fatigued and wanting to get back to the basics. And that must really tell you something about kind of what's kind of happening in the shift.
The state of it all. Yeah.
The state of it all.
If someone who has never known anything else is saying, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's telling
Very
you something
telling.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. As always, I hope that we gave you something to noodle on this week, whether it was realizing the resurgence of offline hobbies, or maybe you want to set limits on your own scroll time, right? Either way, we're going to leave you with this question. How can you slow down your own life and create moments of mindfulness?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And you can join the conversation on Discord or our other social media. We are a pod to noodle on pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, we'll get into the being regular. We keep saying this.
We do.
We gotta do it.
But it will happen. I promise.
But we don't wanna. But it's work.
But it's work. No, it's actually been really awesome to see the likes and the feedbacks and the It's been really
It's cool to see the pod grow. And thank you guys for being here at the beginning of our pod growth, our little pod baby together.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, guys, join us next week as we dive deeper into this topic, right? So we're going to go a layer deeper as we discuss Gen Z shifting their career choices and the scam that millennials were sold. I'm so mad. All right, guys, until next time. Bye.
Bye.